Alright, grade 9s, today we are going to take a look at area problems. In other words, what we're going to do is we're going to solve word problems that have to do with area, or more complicated area problems. So let's first take a look at this example. A window is shaped as shown below. So this shape has a rectangle here, and then it also has a rounded area here. Now what we want to do is we want to find the area of both of those parts of the picture. Now this rectangle right here is actually a square. And we see that because we see that these hash marks here indicate that the length is equal to the width. So let's find the area of the square. The area of the square is going to be 28.4 times 28.4, length times width. So 28.4 times 28.4 is 806.56. And you guys can use calculators for these problems because they require us to do a little bit of extra work. Now what we have to do is we have to find the area of this half circle. To find the area of a half circle, what we'll need to do is we'll need to take the formula for the area of a circle, which is pi r squared, and we'll have to divide that by 2 because we're cutting it in half. So what's the radius of the circle? The radius of the circle is the distance from the center to the edge of the circle. Well, it's not clearly labeled, but what we do know is that this entire distance across is 28.4. So half of it would be the radius. So it's going to be 14.2. So area of the circle is going to be pi times 14.2 squared divided by 2. On many scientific calculators, and certainly the ones I have in this classroom, there's a pi button. If we press the pi button, that's going to accurately tell us what pi is. So let's keep that in mind. The first thing what we want to do, though, is we want to take 14.2 and square it. So 14.2 squared is 201.64. So we're going to have pi times 201.64 divided by 2. So you should still have 201.64 on your calculator. Don't clear it. Just hit multiplied by pi. And then divide by 2. If you do that all in one step, you're going to find out that area of the circle is going to be 316 point, if we round to 2 decimal places, 74. Now the thing is what we can do, and this isn't part B, this is all still part A, but we do have our two areas. We have the area of the square, the area of the circle. To find the total area of glass, we just add those together. So we're going to take that 806.56 and we're going to add 316.74, and that's going to give us 1,123.30. Now the one thing we have to include in these answers are the units. In the question, the units are centimeters. This is area, so this is going to be centimeters squared here, centimeters squared here, and centimeters squared here. That's our total area of glass for one of those windows. Now what we can do is we can go ahead and answer part B. Part B says that glass costs 2 cents per centimeter squared. So we're going to take the total amount of glass that we have, and we'll multiply that by 2 cents, because it's 2 cents for every square centimeter. So if we multiply that by 2 cents, what we're going to get is we're going to get, rounding to 2 decimal places because of money, we get $22.47. That's how much the glass window is going to cost. Okay? Now, let's move on to the next example. A grassy area surrounding a concrete monument is shown below. Find the area of grass. So the first thing that we're going to have to do is we're going to have to find the total area of the grass and the white area, the green and the white area together. But that's not going to be an easy feat in itself because it's not a regular object. It's the combination of 2 rectangles. So what we'll do is we'll find that area first. So we'll break it up into 2 areas. Probably the easiest way of doing it is, okay, if we do the bottom, I'll call this A1, call this A2. The bottom is going to be a rectangle. It's length times width. So 13.5 times 6. That's going to be 81 meters squared. A2 is going to be, we see that we have 6 across. Oh, no, sorry. That's not 6 across. That's for the monument in the middle. It's going to be 9 across. So it's going to be 9 times something. But we need to know what this is. This whole thing is 10.5. This is 6. So what is this piece here? If this over here is 6, this whole thing is 10.5, then this right here is going to be 4.5. So we're going to take 9 and multiply it by 4.5. And if we do that, we're going to get 40.5 meters squared. So we're going to add those areas up. But what we have to do is we have to subtract the area of the monument. So that's going to be AM. We'll find that quickly here. So AM, the area of the monument, is going to be, that's where the 6 comes in. That's 4.5. So it's going to be 6 times 4.5, which is 27 meters squared. So to find the total area of grass, what we're going to do is we're going to add these 2 together, and then we're going to subtract this one, because there's not grass where the monument is. So the area is going to be 81 plus 40.5 plus 40.5 minus 27. And that's going to give us 94.5 meters squared. Now it says, natural fertilizer that costs $1.99 for a bag that covers 10 meters squared is laid down. How much does the fertilizer cost? So a bag can cover 10 square meters. So what we have to do first is find out how many bags do we need. So this is how much, if we go at 94.5 square meters, is the area we have to cover. And if we want to find out how many bags we need to use, what we need to do, we don't even need the meter squared there, but what we need to do is we need to divide by 10. That's going to give us 9.45 bags. Now, if you go to the store, you can't buy 9.45 bags of chips. It's either 9 bags or 10 bags. So as a result, this is going to be 10 bags. And each bag is $1.99. So 10 times $1.99 is $19.90. And there's your answer. The important thing that we see here is that when we're buying things, we have to buy them in whole units. You can't buy part of something. Most things have to be bought in whole units. Okay, so you're going to be given a homework assignment, so go ahead and do that. It's for marks, and it will be collected tomorrow.